Hello.
Hi Lisa, it's Alistair here.
Hello, right.
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, not so bad. I do apologise. It's up to you. We can either postpone for half an hour if you've got it in half an hour, or I am going to be a bit busy. My front door's going to go a couple of times because I've got a district nurse on the way in to change Cam's PIC line, and I've got his carers are running late. So it's all happening in the next hour, so I'm really sorry.
No, that's right. I tell you what, Lisa, should we shift it to tomorrow? Because the last thing I want to do is cause any further stress. So I can completely shift it 24 hours or later in the week, whatever works for you.
Tomorrow afternoon might be a good idea, actually. Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Okay, and how are you doing?
Yeah, not so bad. Not so bad getting there. So, very slowly but surely, so it's just getting, it's that time of year, isn't it, where we couldn't go out all summer, but at least we had the garden and, that sort of thing. But of course now you've not even got that. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
it's a little bit hard on that level. So, and also we just thought we was going to start getting out, and suddenly, actually, no, you're not. We was going for walks down sort of like just along the coastline, like the sea wall and stuff like that, and then straight back in the car. And of course, it's even too cold and windy at the minute for that for him. So he's really not getting out at all.
Yeah,
so,
it's
not a lot I can do about it, unfortunately. So it was bad enough in the summer trying to get him out of the bed because he just doesn't want to. He can't see the point in getting up out of bed if he's indoors. So he's been through a lot, poor little brother, really. And then with all this as well, at least at the time, I could take him out for his hot chocolates and meals and stuff like that, take his mind off it. Now I can't even do that.
It's incredibly difficult, isn't it? I mean, I'm confident by March next year the worst is going to be past, and I think as hard as it is right now, we will just need to stay as positive as possible. I know that doesn't seem
ride through it.
I know that doesn't seem like much consolation. I mean, my mum's just had COVID, so we've just been supporting her. Like, thankfully, she's come through it and she's fine.
Wow.
Can I just ask Lisa, while I have got you, what do you make of sort of how people are behaving? What are you seeing? Are you seeing most people do the right things, and does that help your end to feel more confident?
Yes and no. At the end of the day, just think, because there's people out there a lot worse off than you, and you could think you're going out and you're okay and you're fine, but you could be carrying it. You're totally unaware. You could walk past someone who's not carrying it, cough, sneeze, whatever, and it could be deadly to that person. And you don't know, and you're going to carry on living your merry life and go along without even knowing you could have killed that person. Do you know what I mean? So just stop and just think, and just because you're okay and you feel okay, you don't know if you're okay. And at the end of the day, we're all living in a pandemic, we're all going through it, and the majority of people are sticking by the rules. Everybody should stick by the rules, and then we'll get over it quicker. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely, I think it's a great point. We'll get over it. We'll get over it quicker if we can sort of keep the discipline. And it is hard, but I think we can. I think we can definitely do it. I know you're short of time, Lisa. Can I just ask? Do you know when we made the first film about 3 or 4 years ago, where we were involved in the fundraiser? There was something which stuck with me, and I just want to double check with it. You said at the time, people, especially young people with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, a cold or a cough can actually be quite fatal to them because of the muscle issues that people develop. Is that accurate? And what could be the impact of a cough or a cold or a respiratory problem for a young person with Duchenne muscular dystrophy?
Right, bear with me. It's 100% accurate, and we've just been through similar with Cam. He caught a cold, he caught it, and basically Cam can't cough anymore. His cough, I'll do an example of his cough. That's about the most he can cough. So you imagine when you've got a cold, when you wake up in the morning, it runs down the back of your throat, don't it? And you cough it up. He can't do that. He's silently aspirating as it is, which basically means as he's eating food, sometimes it's going down in his lungs. Now, if that keeps on, he's going to end up with a chest infection. Obviously, when you've got a cold, if you can't cough it up, it can go to your chest. he's not got the energy, let alone the ability in his body to fight that off. So he's going to get that cold. He's going to completely knock him for 6. I mean, touch wood, this time we were lucky. He's got a manual cough assist pump to use. Bear with me just a sec. I'm just going to open the front door of the X. So I'll just go back to the front room. Yeah, he's got a manual cough assist pump to use, and we were using that, and that helped, you know. But there's going to come a day where that doesn't even help. He's going to end up in hospital because of the chest infection, and if he hasn't got the ability to fight that off, that's going to turn to pneumonia, and then pneumonia will end up killing him. So a simple cough or cold to anybody else, which is next to nothing and it just inconveniences you for a couple of days, is a deadly killer to somebody else, let alone coronavirus.
And most young people, it's mainly children and teenagers with Duchenne muscular dystrophy. So this isn't just something which is affecting older people. This virus. So I know you've got to go. I know you're busy. So I'll just sort of hold off from asking a few more questions. But in summary, that person on the bus, that person pouring out of a club, that person who's maybe frustrated, a young person at university is frustrated with the process of lockdown. You know, the advice would be from me, I'm sure yourself, Lisa, is, you know, try to just think of it as running a marathon and you're 18 miles in, everything they do to help reduce transmission and, you know, from washing hands, wearing the mask, and keeping the distance, that stops it, that does stop it from getting to that carer who's coming into homes like your sons all across the country, and we can keep those colds from being passed on.
Yeah, exactly that.
Okay. All right, Lisa. Well, I will speak to you tomorrow. Thank you for answering those questions. That's really that's great.
Okay.
All right, Lisa.
Well, thanks for that, and I will speak to you tomorrow afternoon.